Hi and welcome to the Apple videos. In this video we're going to jump in and start looking at setting up an email account on your phone. So that would be connecting to Gmail or the Google Mail for your emails, and then we'll also take a look at some of the other features that come with adding that account. The first thing you need to do is go into settings and then scroll down until we see Mail, Contacts and Calendar. And that's why they bundle it all together, because typically when you add an account you have access to all of those features. So if we go in there, you can see that I've got a couple already added. So to add an account, you just simply select add an account, and they're the major players that you can choose from. Don't worry too much about Exchange, because Exchange is a Microsoft product and it's a bit more advanced. If you need to connect that, you'll likely have an IT department that you can talk to, which will do that for you. iCloud is just your simple iCloud account, so you don't need to worry about that. Then you've got Google, Yahoo, AOL and Outlook.com, which is Microsoft, or basically Hotmail. In this example we're adding a Google account or Gmail, so I just select Google, and then from here I need to enter in my details. So I would enter my Gmail account or my Google account details. Once you've entered in all your details, press next. When you press next, you need to have an internet connection, or your phone needs to have a data plan, otherwise it will not get through to this next stage. And from here you can tell the phone what you would like to have connected. So right now we've got everything except our calendars connected to our Gmail account, but I actually want that as well, so I would toggle that on. And then if you've already got some information on your phone, like an existing calendar, you'll be asked what you want to do with it. So in this case, I'm going to say that I want to keep my existing calendar appointments. Then I'll have two calendars on my phone and I can just stop using the old one. And I can show you how to do that in the calendar video. If I don't want to keep my existing calendar, I can select delete. But in this case, I'll just select keep on my phone. You can see now that I'm synchronizing my calendar, and then press save. And then we can see the view that I saw previously. So I can now go into my Gmail section and I can enable and disable certain features, and I can also delete that account. If I want, I can select this area up here. I can change the name of the account that I'm using. So if I have a name change, this is where I need to go to do that. I can change my description. So if Gmail is too generic, I might like to say, well, this is my personal account, and this is where I would do that. There's no real need for you to go into this SMTP section, and advanced is an area you don't want to play around in. However, if we do go in there, we can just change some mailbox behavior. But again, it's not something you really want to do unless you know what you're doing. Move discarded messages into, at the moment, we've got archive mailbox. So every time you delete an email, it won't actually delete, it will go into another area called archive, which you can always access at a later date. If you don't like that behavior, you can just select deleted mailbox. So every time you delete an email, the email is gone, and that's the behavior I prefer to use. As far as all these other settings are concerned, there's nothing really to change there. So that's our Gmail connected. Now if we go to our mail app, you'll see that I've got more than one inbox. I've got all inboxes, I've got iCloud, and I've got Gmail, and that's where your description comes in. Because I've got my iCloud configured, I've got more than one inbox. So I can just select all inboxes to see all of my mail, or I can just go into a specific inbox like iCloud for example, and I'll see only the email that's within my iCloud inbox. Now if you're in a situation where you need to add an additional account for Hotmail or Yahoo, the process is exactly the same. You just go into add an account, select Yahoo, and enter in those same sorts of details, and again it will ask you whether you want to synchronize Mail, Contacts and Calendar, and you can just choose. And the same goes for Hotmail/Outlook and AOL. So that's how easy it is to add an account, which will give you access to synchronized email, calendar and contacts, which are also backed up. If you're happy with what you've seen so far and you're confident to set up your emails via Gmail or one of the other accounts, you can finish the video now. If you need to know a little bit more about how to connect your emails manually, then I've got a little bit more information about that in the remainder of the video. If you need to add email manually, that's a slightly different process. You need to go into Other, and then you will more than likely need to go into Add Account, and then enter in some details, and then select Next. This is where it differs from the other process. You get to choose between IMAP and POP, and the areas that you need to focus on are the incoming mail server and the outgoing mail server. So basically you're telling your phone, use this computer to get my mail and use this computer to send my mail. And you're best off talking to whoever hosts your email to find out the host name. The host name is just basically the server name, and then your username and password, which you should know, and you just repeat those steps down here. And there's a good chance that they'll be different for incoming and outgoing. And that's really how simple it is. You can use POP, which is the same sort of configuration, but it's not as good as IMAP. I always recommend using IMAP. So that's everything I need to show you on how to add an account and how to manually set up email on your phone.